Hello, Jim Rocks. Welcome to Royal Oasis Spa for You Educational Tidbits. My name is Zenobia of Royal Oasis Spa-TJC.com, licensed esthetician, skincare influencer that educates clients and new esties on basic skincare practices and how to preserve our skin. Now, thank you for stopping by my channel and get your notebooks out, get your pencils ready. We will begin our skincare path with today's tidbit on skincare or skin barriers. Now, what I like about skincare education is that you come to understand, or it frees you from the one size fit all approach on products and routines, and everything is tailored and customized to your precise needs. It doesn't have to become a chemistry experiment. And some of us used to think if it was tingling or if it was burning or whatever, it must be working right. Don't even realize that you have just broke your skin. And some of you may be asking right now, why doesn't my products work? Or you may be saying, I feel like it's like my skin is getting worse. And that is because you're not in barrier repair mode, aka slathering your face with ceramides and praying for the best mode. That's the mode you need to be in. You're thinking a medicine cabinet full of products. No, honey, that is not it. Your focus needs more things. So I'm here to help you today. Okay, so the skincare barrier or moisture barrier in your face is the first line of defense. Our skin barrier is also known as the shield. It makes it our remarkable defender. So we're going to get into this. We're going to dig more into this. So let's get ready. Now, the skin barrier is our outer layer of skin. Our skin consists of three layers: the epidermis, which is our waterproof layer. The dermis is where the connective tissue, the hair follicles, and sweat glands resides. Our hypodermis or subcutaneous layer, that's where the fat and connective tissue resides. Now, as you already know, skin is the largest organ of the human body, but the skin barrier protects our internal organs. Again, it's our first defense against the outside world with all the toxin and chemicals, pollutions, allergens, and free radicals that come along with it. So the skin barrier components consist of the microbiome, which is known as the skin flora. It's a community of organisms, some may say bugs, living on your skin barrier. And the microbiome contains the acid mantle and the liquid barrier, which consists of good bacteria to help fight off bad bacteria. And there are 39 trillion microbial cells, including bacteria, viruses, fungi that live on and in us. So good nutrients, probiotics, prebiotics are very important ingredients to help fortify the microbiome layer. So everyone's microbiome is not the same. Microbiome differs with age and gender. For example, a hormonal or sweaty boy or teenager who plays sports will have a very different microbiome than a post-menopausal woman. So please do not be misinformed that your second layer of skin, which is the dermis, is sterile, because that's not a fact. Just know there is intimate communication happening between the microbiome and our immune system, and it takes place in the dermis layer of the skin. So understand that our microbiome prefers an acidic environment, which inhibits growth. Pathogens, and pathogens are microorganisms that can cause diseases. And just because you are not in tune with your skin or talking to your skin, the microbiome and the skin immune system are talking to each other habitually. Yes, the microbiome gets out of line sometimes. And when it does, that's when the immune system snatch it back and release various antimicrobial peptides. See, y'all got to read this stuff and learn to respect your skin, because we are so blessed as human beings. You got to learn how to decode this thing, to understand it and care for it. Okay, so let's move on. Another layer is the acid mantle, which is located below the microbiome. And it has a cute nickname for it. It's called the hydro liquid film. Now, the acid mantle role is to keep the bad stuff out. It discourages the growth of bacteria and keep moisture in. It's the interface between you and the outside world. The acid mantle consists of sweat glands and sebaceous glands, and the acid mantle is slightly acidic with a pH balance about 5.5. And it's like a thin film on the surface of the skin that is a defense barrier against bacteria, toxins, viruses, and pollution. The acid mantle is very important because it protects the skin from transepidermal water loss, which is TEWL. In return, it helps the skin to be moisturized. So when the acid mantle is weakened or assaulted, harsh products, environmental conditions, air conditionings, heaters, it leaves our skin's pH balance in the microbiome vulnerable, leaving the skin vulnerable and having symptoms like dryness, sensitivity, and inflammation. So our acid mantle skin comprises of water, lactic acid, fatty acids, eccrine glands, which secrete amino acids. There's always things in our environment, right, that upsets, life, that upsets the status quo. And our acid mantle is no exception to that. Now, there are things that can hurt our skin, okay? You got to know that. Another layer is the lipid barrier. Now, the lipid barrier lives under that acid mantle, and this is basically your skin's natural fats. Lipids are essential to maintaining a healthy skin barrier. Our skin cells are like bricks, and the lipids are like a cement. And so as we get older, like everything else, our lipids naturally decreases, which tends to make our skin drier as we age. So we have to think of vegetable oils like almond oil, avocado oil, safflower oil. They all fall under the skincare ingredient umbrella as shea butter and jojoba oil. When we speak of the skin's barrier, we are speaking about the outermost layer of the epidermis, which is called the stratum corneum. Now, I remember in school, it's funny. I remember in school, I remembered the stratum corneum as the horny layer. Get your mind right now. And it's called the horny layer because the outer skin or the outer layer of the skin is composed of dead, toughened cells filled with keratin, which is a protein found in animal horns. Animal horns. Okay, making it similar in texture and function to a horn, providing a protective barrier for the skin underneath. So the cells in this layer are horny like an animal's horn. Y'all gotta get right. Y'all ain't right. So this is the reason why the skin barrier is called the shield, because the stratum corneum functions like a brick wall around the skin, and it's made up of keratinocytes. I know I said it wrong. And they are arranged like flat bricks combined to create a shield. Now, in the mortar are proteins and lipids to keep those bricks together. So inside of the skin cells or the bricks, you will find keratin and natural moisturizers. Now, the lipid layer contains fatty acids, ceramides, cholesterol. So when you think of a wall, to build a wall, you need bricks, mortar, and rivets. Now, the bricks in this care are dead skin cells called corneocytes. Then between these bricks are gaps. The gaps are filled with mortar made of cholesterol, free fatty acids, and ceramides. So the rivets are what hold all the bricks together. The junctions are called corneodesmosis, and they are naturally loosen themselves to allow dead skin cells to shed on a daily basis. Now, this brick is very thin. It keeps us alive because without it, environmental toxins and pathogens could penetrate our skin, causing adverse effects in our body. So look at it this way: the water inside of our body would escape, it would evaporate, leaving us completely dehydrated if we did not have the skin barrier. So our skin barrier is our overall health, and we must protect it to help our body function properly. And this is why we must respect our skin. Now, before I forget, because I almost forgot because I got carried away right there, there are two types of lipids that we all have in our bodies. We have the epidermal lipids, and that's found under, no, that is found um, in the outer layer of the skin known as the epidermis. And their job is to create structure for our skin and prevent allergens from penetrating through the inner layers of our skin. The other one is the sebaceous gland lipids. Now, if you heard of acne, then you've heard of sebum. And when sebum is plugged, it can lead to blackheads and whiteheads. And sebum is the oily substance produced from the sebaceous gland that is essential for maintaining a healthy skin barrier. So sebum contains squalene. It also contains, if I can pronounce it, triazole glycerol and wax esters. It distributes vitamin E, the sebum. Vitamin E to the outer layer of the skin to provide hydration. So let's say thank you to the sebaceous glands, because 90% of our skin surface has lipids because of the sebaceous glands. Now, lipids helps reduce moisture loss, and there are some lipids that can help with eczema. So oils with high amounts of linolenic, um, I can't pronounce it, linoleic, like omega-3, can help prevent eczema. So it penetrates your cells, restores damaged skin barrier, reduce water loss. So remember, the fatty acids are key for hydration, skin softness, and lowering the transepidermal water loss, which prevents dry skin. So if you want to know what to purchase, get some moisturizing lipids with squalene, glycerin, and vitamin E to boost your skin's hydration and don't have to worry about clogging your pores. Now, let's talk about the purpose of the skin barrier. The barrier purpose is to prevent things like moisture from escaping, also preventing things from getting into the skin like allergens and viruses. The three main functions of the skin barrier are the skin barrier helps our skin to retain water. So it's supple, it's properly hydrated. And when a skin is well nourished and well moisturized, then it will appear plump, which counteracts the signs of premature aging. Another one is the stratum corneum. So that is the outermost layer of skin, like I said earlier, and it provides our first source of protection against the sun-damaging ultraviolet radiation. Once UV rays penetrate skin, the damage can trigger redness, signs of premature aging, and wrinkles, discoloration, as well as skin cancers, basal cell carcinoma, melanoma, squamous cell carcinoma. The UV rays break down the skin barrier. So let's have a recap, because that was a lot of information. The main purpose of the skin barrier is what? To retain water within your skin. That is the main purpose. Also, to block foreign substances and environmental stressors, to modulate your immune system, to fight off oxidative stress. Now, there is a difference between having a healthy skin barrier and a healthy microbiome. What the microbiome does, it talks to our immune system. It signals. It gives us signaling when our body that we might need to produce extra anti-inflammatory compounds that give our microbiome an assist when it's feeling out of whack. You might be asking what causes damages to our skin barrier. There are ways that our skin barrier can be compromised, it can be disrupted, it can be weakened, and there are environmental threats that compromises our skin integrity, such as weather changes from hot to cold, dry heat to humid to dry environment, UV rays, and then you have excessive water exposure, irritating skin products, trauma to the skin like cuts, burns, scrapes, and overexfoliation, alkaline detergents and soaps. Genetics also plays a factor, and there are conditions that run in the family like eczema. Also, aging causes structural changes in the skin that lead to water loss, dehydration, and skin thinning. Psychological stress is another one. So you can always tell when you have damage to your skin barrier or when something is wrong with your skin because it becomes itchy, red, or dry and flaky. And there's some combination of it. And so there are signs that the skin barrier is damaged if you're looking for signs and symptoms. When skin is sensitive, sometimes the skin burns, and that is a sign that or a symptom that there is damage to the skin barrier. In the stethoscope, we learned that the transepidermal water loss, TEWL, is a measure of the amount of water that evaporates through the skin surface. So it can be measured using a specialized device called TEWL, transepidermal water loss meter. I don't have this device, and I think only dermatologists has this device, but it's important because it measures the skin barrier function. It can be used to assess the efficacy of moisturizers or other skincare products. And these meters can evaluate skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, and atopic dermatitis. So if you're experiencing irritation with your skin, contact a dermatologist to help you reevaluate your products and your lifestyle choices that attributed to compromised skin barrier. You may be asking how to repair the skin barrier. You can keep the skin barrier protected using oils and ceramides, hyaluronic acid, glycerin to keep our skin hydrated because dry skin is compromised skin. Now, one of the products we used at aesthetic school was Dermalogica clinical oatmeal mask for those that had sensitive skin because it soothed the skin to alleviate itching and irritation or discomfort from dryness. And I would layer mine with the Dermalogica Colado mask base because it was also a hydrating, cooling mask that deeply moisturized dehydrated skin and conditions. Now, there are some people think the squeakier the skin is, the better or cleaner it is. And this is probably means that you stripped your skin of its natural oils, natural nutrients. And there are products out there that can make the skin too alkaline and weaken the bacterial barrier. So you want to restore the proper pH so good microorganisms can multiply. So look for products like niacinamide, which is a form of vitamin B3 that can improve skin health and appearance. It builds protein in the skin, it builds keratin, and it locks in moisture. Niacinamide reduces inflammation, which can improve your lipid barriers. Peptides are strong building blocks for our skin to keep the skin strong, to get more flex. Ceramides and lipids that make up 50% of our epidermis, which again is the outer layer of our skin. Natural ceramides are found in the skin of humans and other animals. So synthetic ceramides are human made, but it's more stable. Excuse me. So ceramides are the glue that holds our skin cells together to form a healthy barrier, healthy skin barrier. So remember, our top layer of skin is made of dead cells, proteins, fats, and lipids, including the natural ceramides. Ceramides, ladies and gentlemen, are one of our knights in shining armor that can do the hard work on keeping our skin safe. Think of CeraVe, Cetaphil, and Eucerin. All of those products have ceramides in them. Ceramides work well with emollients, humectants, and occlusives. An emollient is a form film on your skin, and it helps relieve dryness and itchiness. Humectants, it draws in moisture by attracting and binding water to the skin. Occlusives locks in moisture and hydration, so it don't dissolve in water. So what does that mean for you? You may be asking. Stick with the colloidal oatmeal, glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and shea butter. And as soon as you get out of the shower, after you finish, washing your face, apply moisturizer within 3 minutes. Okay. Get it in while your skin is still, your pores are open, your skin is still nice and damp, so you can draw everything in. I got a fun fact for you real quick. So did you know that a health condition like diabetes can change your skin's acidity? And it can weaken this buffer of your skin. Think about that. Think about that. I'm learning a lot, doing a lot of research and learning about this stuff, and it's really blowing my mind. Well, folks, that ends our educational tidbit for today. Now, I hope you enjoyed today's educational session. It was full of information, definitely a refresher for me as well. The more I talk about it, the more I am remembering, and keeps me in the classroom mindset, because you can get lost with all of this information. The great thing is that you can come back to this video as many times as you need to, because it's free information. Please leave me a comment about what you learned from this tidbit today. Don't forget to click the like button. Don't forget to click the share button so others can be informed like yourself. Well, that's my time. I will see you all next week. Take care out there. It's a crazy world out there. Take care. God bless you all. Peace.